Bernie Sanders last night on Fox laying out his policy proposals, but how much would those plans actually cost? Maya McGinnis is the president of the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. She joins us now from Washington. Maya, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Okay, you were watching Bernie last night in Bethlehem, and you heard him say, essentially, Medicare for all, not free.
Well, that is certainly true. None of the things that he has been talking about are free, and it does worry me when we put these in the context of free health care, free college tuition. It's really important that we put them in the broader budget context of how much would this cost, and do we think it's worth it? Because just to anchor the kind of conversation he's starting, we need to keep in mind that the national debt of the country right now is at near record levels. Right. And then we're talking about adding a lot of new spending on top of it. Medicare for All would be one of the biggest new programs people have ever introduced into the political debate.
All right, so let's look at some of the things he has proposed in the past regarding Medicare for All. Transition to a single payer run by the government over 4 years. No premiums or deductibles, minimal co-pays. The cost estimate is 28 to 32 trillion over 10 years. But Maya, your group looked at his 2016 plan, and you found out that only 45% was paid for. The rest, just a deficit, right?
Great, that's correct. So when he offered this last time around, we were incredibly concerned because of the huge gap between the very, very expensive price tag and the kind of pay-fors that he had put out there. This time around, he has actually increased the number of options. He doesn't have a plan to pay for Medicare for All yet, but he has introduced options, many of which include broad-based tax increases, a lot of tax increases on the wealthy, or getting rid of some tax breaks. Still, it's going to fall short, and the numbers aren't detailed enough to know, but my guess is we're still talking about a $10 trillion hole, even after the kinds of pay-fors they put there.
Maya, what about the cost per taxpayer? Have you guys done any calculation on that?
Yeah, we have looked at all of his plans, and we're talking about on an annual basis. If you look at health care, free tuition, family leave, child care, those proposals will all have a price tag of over $20,000 per taxpayer. So I don't know whether they plan to finance all of that or add that to the very large national debt, but the costs are certainly high. And I know trillions kind of hard to get your arms around, but when you bring it down to the per taxpayer, we're talking about more than a $20,000 increase in taxes.
Okay, well, there you go. After hearing Bernie last night, it's nice to get your point of view regarding this. Maya McGinnis, the president of the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, and wouldn't that be great? Maya, thank you very much.